What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sanchez 405 coming at you. I'm back, y'all. Back for the season. We're back doing videos every week. Coming off of our little hiatus in June. Not a lot happened. But that one big thing did happen with our good friend Trent Williams, who trying to get paid. Can't be mad at a man for getting paid. Can't be mad, as they say down here in the country. Can't be mad at him. That's really where I want to start at. Trent Williams is upset, reportedly, allegedly, about his money. He's trying to get his money, kind of similar to that Dwayne Brown situation we saw in Houston a couple years back. More or less, he won, and he's like in the top 10 of paid offensive linemen, but most of them are guards. So you really can't blame. I can see both sides of the issue, really, to be honest with you. Well, you're sitting here, you're the Redskins, you're talking about a guy who has been here since 2010. He was Mike Shanahan's first draft pick, a top 5 pick. He's been the anchor of that offensive line, and he should get paid. He's been here. He's been consistent. I'll use that in quotes. As a matter of fact, but he's been suspended twice. In 2016, he was suspended in the heart of kind of what might have been a playoff run. Well, it was a playoff run. And then in 2011, towards the end of the season, he was suspended for marijuana use, him and old Fred Davis over there. But, I can see he wants his money, but it's at the most inopportune time. But it's a business. That you have this rookie quarterback getting ready to come in here, and possibly he's going to be a starter. I don't know when, but he'll probably start in 2019. But when we're looking at it here, he's really playing the market. I mean, for him and his brand, I think it's a smart idea for him to do that. As a fan, I hate it. I absolutely hate the fact that he's doing this because he's holding us hostage. But I can't blame him. Cannot blame him. I see both sides of the argument, both sides of the equation here. Trying to get our chat up because I can't see anything right now. So let me see here. I can see it on my phone, but I cannot see it right now on my computer screen. So that's here we go. Here we go. Took a while. The internet's been slow, but that's all right though. We're gonna get it through. Tried to get in contact with Amir, couldn't reach out to. Did reach out to him. We probably won't see him today, but hopefully we'll have him back on here pretty soon. But like I said, I've been away, kind of doing some separate projects and everything. So it's nice to finally get back on here with about 15 days. Well, really, no. Yeah, about 15 days until training camp starts out there in Richmond. Would love to get out there. Doubt I'll be able to. Got a lot of traveling coming up here in the next couple of weeks for me. So maybe might get a chance to catch a game in the later part of the season. But another big news in the Redskins world had to do with the Redskins alumni Mark Rippon. Mark. He pled not guilty to count 4 of the domestic violence. So you're innocent until you're proven guilty. Some people say you're guilty until proven innocent. Hopefully it's not true for him, but if it is, hope he suffers the full extent of law in that regard. Couple of things going on here with the Redskins, and this is just going to be a short video. I really don't have too much to talk about. Excuse me. But some of the stuff that has been going on, news starts to pick up around this time, which is great. Really talking about this Trent Williams situation. Chris Russell, who Amir is a big fan of, and I'm not necessarily a big fan of. He always has some. I don't really think I've read anything positive that Chris Russell has ever reported about the Redskins. And I mean, good days, bad days. It always seems like he's reporting something negative. So why should this be any different? But reporting on Trent Williams that when the Redskins selected Ron Christian in third round last year, Trent was spiraling towards resentment. And this is his direct quote from it. Chris Russell, he said, I think Trent's resentment towards the Redskins started with the drafting of Ron Christian. When nobody expected them to take a tackle that early, and they did in the third round. And then he goes on to say, this is what Russell told J.P. Finley, and he's like, whoa, wait a second. You want me to continue to deal with this circus? Well, you did up your contract a couple years ago, him and Ryan Kerrigan. But it is a circus out there, and there's another report from 106.7 The Fan that I got via not the Washington Post, but the New York Post of all places, that Bruce Allen and the group, the leadership group there is toxic. That's shocking. But they're talking about 40 people have left the Redskins organization. And these are people in the background, the support for the team. A lot of them were hires from Brian LaFemina, who was supposed to be the CEO, and now Bruce is taking over the business aspect. You remember he was fired right before the end of the season, which was untimely. He was trying to bring some new, fresh ideas, but Dan Snyder and company, they see the bottom line, or they just see the line and not the bottom. They weren't selling out. FedEx Field was empty. FedEx Field was a dump, as we all know. What's up, Adrian Fernandez? How you doing, man? HTTR. And we know this. This isn't anything new, and people act like they're shocked every time they hear it, and we think it's going to change. Me as well. I think that sometimes this ship is going to get righted, but it's been 20 years. Been 20 years. I was 9, 8 when the Redskins were when they kind of started on this Dan Snyder train, and it spiraled down ever since. I think his biggest mistake was when he fired Marty Shaw. Some people disagree with me. A lot of people would argue. I even have people in my family that would argue that he should have fired Marty Schottenheimer because we weren't going to get year 20 out of Darrell Green. To my point, who cares? At that point in time, who really cares? Darrell Green is Mr. Redskin. He is Mr. Redskin through and through. But at the end of the day, year 20, wow, that's a great feat. I don't really see the difference between 19 and 20. It's more of a block that says, oh, man, I just wish I could have got that even number. But him and Marty didn't get along, so they went out, got Spurrier. Mess. Got Joe Gibbs. Mess. Picked up. Mess. Picked up again. Got Jim Zorn. Started out hot. Mess. Bottom fell out. And Mike Shanahan. Mess from the start. And had that one good season with RG3. And then down, we're here, Jay Gruden. It's been nothing but ups and downs, but nobody's crazy enough to come here and work anymore. So this is what we're seeing. Haskins starting, probably so. That's another thing I saw, that Jay Gruden was leaning towards Colt McCoy starting, which I think and a lot of people they will argue with me on this. I said, and Amir said this as well too, I think we saw Colt McCoy ceiling in Dallas in 2014. I don't think you're going to get that much out of him. But you're bringing in this talent. Why not? You spent the 15th overall pick this year. Start Haskins. If it doesn't work out in year one, you can go and draft somebody else. Arizona proved it. There's not really value in a mid-first round pick anymore. But I think he will start eventually. Hopefully sooner than later. We'll see. Jay Gruden, they said that it's going to be, and this is how you know everything's effed up in Ashburn. They said that it's going to be a combined decision between Jay Gruden, Doug Williams, Bruce Allen, Dan Snyder. At the end of the day, we know who's going to win that argument. That's like when you go up when you're a kid and you got an older sibling and you got your older sibling's friend, your oldest cousin. They don't make a decision. Well, you might know what's right. You might have been studying something for the longest time, and you know what's right. You know who's going to make the decision in that. Probably the oldest one there. Probably your brother or your sister, the big sibling, will make that. If you are the big sibling, you know what that's like. I mean, it always seems like we come on here and we talk about something negative, but there's always something negative. There's positive. I think this draft class, there's been some great things about Terry McLaurin that are coming out saying that he might be able to be an effective starter for the Skins, might be a surprise splash for the Skins this year. Kelvin Harmon, he can throw. He looks like Mohamed Sanu out there. So I'm excited to see what this team has to offer. Has to offer. And coming up here pretty soon, about 10 days before training camp starts, we're going to start doing Warpath review. We did this, started it in the infancy when we first started this channel, but kind of fell off on it last year. That was a fact, and I left it, but I think I told you all this before, and I had been in school. I finally earned my master's. I had the diploma to share with you guys, but I have it at work now, so I'll have to get one of my local videos. But yeah, Warpath review. It's just going over each position. We'll go quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, offensive line, tight ends. We'll go over that offensive set. Also, we'll go defensive line, linebackers, safeties, corners, and then we'll do the specialists at the end, which the specialists haven't changed, but should be an interesting conversation at long snapper this year. As Andrew East might kind of push Nick Sundberg, who's been hurt twice in his time in Washington. I think it's been more than twice, but he's been hurt a while, often. But there, like I said, there's a lot of interesting things that are going to go on. I don't think this training camp is going to be distraction free. Alex Smith, he came out and said he's looking to play again. I felt like Bryce Harper and said that's just a clown answer, bro. But I don't see Alex Smith playing again. God love him. He's just going to coaching. But like I said, there's a lot of stuff on the horizon here. Training camp, the 8th is when the Redskins in August, they will travel to Cleveland to take on the Browns. There'll be Cincinnati at FedEx Field. I think it's is it Baltimore? Yeah, it's Atlanta. Then it's Baltimore. So I'm excited. We'll see what's going on. Who's going to shine in camp? Some of the undrafted. Moreland, the rookie that was drafted out of JMU, didn't have any college offers. Then he's being prominent in the Redskins mini camps, and now we'll get to see him shine in training camp. So looking forward to that. We just gotta hope that the Redskins don't find a way to screw the pooch. We gotta pray away the injury bug. That's exactly what you gotta do. every night before you go to bed, make sure you pray and to whoever you pray to, and just make sure the Redskins just don't have any injuries, because this is a good team. If it's no injuries, we're good. Um, and it just no conflict. Let's just hope on that. But comment to us. Hopefully, we can get Mr. Amir on here. I just want to do a quick video, just let y'all know we're alive, we're kicking. We just did our little June hiatus, but hope y'all had a great fourth. And like the video says, happy birthday to the Redskins, 87 seasons. I think we all know what our favorite season is, the 1991 season, of course, with Mark Rippon. But hopefully 87th will be just another great season for the Burgandy and Gold. If not, I don't think we'll be seeing Jay Gruden too often or too much longer if that's the case, which everybody will celebrate that and be happy. And Dwayne Haskins can find him a new head coach. Maybe his dad might come to coach. I don't know. But and maybe we might get RG3 back. Just kidding. But y'all, I'm glad to be back. We're going to get some of our local content creators to come on here with us, hopefully on Warpath Wednesday, y'all. And like I said, this is just an update video, just touching base on everything. And I'm excited for the season, y'all. We'll be ready. We'll be previewing next week our first position previews. So we'll talk about that and what they have to offer and all that good stuff. But y'all stick with us. Like, subscribe, share this video, because without you, none of this is possible. And we love you guys. And we always say here, love, peace, and hail. And we'll be talking to you real soon, y'all. I am out.